laughed and I told her get gone. Gon' get that me on. Ain't no give me not a thing. So I'm spinning 90K on my range. You can see all my pain in my watch. Got my ex down and walking around with my hand on my. Cause I'm popping and I know you not. And I know you see just how I'm living. You're not happy with life, so you rockin' Reeboks on treetops, getting walk. Got a big band, it's like Sasquatch. Every time you see it, with it, no, it's talking
I got that check into golf. A lot of these lost. They broke, they think it's my fault. No call. I want that caught. I'm dripping, I'm stuck with the sauce. But she love you, don't cut your. Breno Da Vinci is white. Limited Louis, that's light. Rape in the city, that's light. LED, look at the light. We the ones don't like. But you look too light. Why even play with your life? Bank account looking like yikes. The ops on IG all the time. I died. 8 ounce, 255. I can't get funky with too groovy you me. If I ain't had love for me, I would've tried to get Nicki Minaj. J-Rock ain't gonna let you slide. Dory ain't gonna let you slide. You king of the city, I don't wanna be a big fish in a small pond. Trying to get across that water. I need fans in Vietnam. If you gotta hustle, but you can't stick to the grind, you wasting your time. I need a double a verse. I do it before FaceTime before I get to the club. Look at the line. Money ain't changed my heart, but I'm smarter. I guess it changed my mind. And I take care of my in prison. Don't think it's safe.
All right, Coach, thank you very much. It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Houston Gunners and the Indianapolis Colts. This is taken at his 4. Oh, leaves him behind on the spin. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. First carry for the former Nittany Lion. This is Saquon Barkley. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this being a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to them.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That one for Indianapolis, resulting in 15 yards and a fresh set of downs.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
A first down carry for Barkley. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll try the air now with Locke. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's George. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. On 3rd down, Barkley. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. Off the corner. Where'd he come from? Well, I guess he came off the corner, but really nice play.
I like when you're able to pose a question and answer it at the same time. That's exactly where he came from, but it's not something that you normally see. Most of the time, we're thinking about those guys covering pass catchers. In this case,
touchdown, Indianapolis. His second touchdown on the season. And the Colts are going to take a first-quarter lead. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. And that'll set him back 5. Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. In on the tackle, Kamoko Toure. That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. He dumps it off for Henry. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Fournette, a 1st down carry. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Henry looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. And give the tackle to Anthony Walker.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
On 3rd down, he'll drop the throw. He's got a man. It's his fullback. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in the paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker. Can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone? Now on the run, he'll throw it back deep. This is caught inside the 15. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Now that's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
So the illegal forward pass also costs him a down, and now it's 2nd and long.
Black round! Black round! Ohio! Ohio! Black round! Black round! That's what I do. Ohio! Ohio! Black round! Black round!
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And that is incomplete here. The free safety, Malik Hooker, there in coverage.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That'll allow him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. This offense 2 for 2 on third downs on this drive. They're in for a tough test here, though. 3rd and long.
Here we go! 190! 190!
They'll set up to throw. And he is going to go down. They sack him on the final play of the first quarter. Back alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This long drive continues here to start the second quarter. They are, however, facing a 4th down situation. So they bring out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. Here comes the Colts offense now as they make their way onto the field. Now they'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. It means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
Now Saquon Barkley. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Malik Jackson with a great push up front. He picks up the sack and a loss of 8.
Hey, Muff. Huh. Muff.
Luck in the Colts looking for something big here after the sack. This is 3rd and long.
Is he awake?
A shotgun snap for Luck. And this is going to be incomplete.
So it looked like maybe his 3rd or his 4th read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
Out is Rigoberto Sanchez on 4th down to punt this thing.
I got it.
And it's fielded at the 34. 12 yards on the return that time. And out will come the offense as they take over. And now out comes Houston. The crowd maybe losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Because you're lying to me. Yeah, I still look like that.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10.
Let's go. 1-9.
I brought the diaper upstairs.
He'll try and start this drive in the air. Completes it to Lee. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like he'll spot it right in midfield at the 50. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop it before you get a good head of steam going.
No, oh,
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
Let's go.
The pitch to Henry. And good penetration here. He'll get this down at the 49-yard line. Calling a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
That appeared to be a run blitz. He just started in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
And then I'm calling you, like, what happened to you? Your son's crying because you keep walking away from him. You're showing yourself.
Oh, stop that now.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
Here we go.
It's okay. You gotta change diaper that now.
And now here's a timeout called by the Colts on the defensive side of the ball. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Come on, let's go. Try 38. Try 38.
They'll look to throw here. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. The pickup of 11, and it moves the chains. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
It's about the time you just work out your clothes.
A 1st down carry for Henry. Fighting his way down
That's
to about the
what it says. I expected
35-yard
him to
line.
start crying.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
I didn't hear that.
When we see those runs to the perimeter,
Well,
we see
that
those
was
runs
the
to the
first
edge,
time
we
he
think
saw
about
that.
big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest
Yeah,
gain,
the second
but it
time
does
around,
open
he
up
must have
possibilities here on 2nd down.
He'll look to throw. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off inside the 10.
Well, this is one of the downsides of being a rookie quarterback. You know you're going to get called out about everything you do that goes wrong. Here, maybe he's a little uncertain about where to go with the football. And at this level, uncertainty equals turnovers. And this one winds up being intercepted.
And then in the next 3 days, 2 to 3 days, we'll be asked for everything. I've been talking to Jimmy about it. Jimmy's hand on it.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley.
I mean, she apologized to me. She said she apologized for
Give him
that.
10 yards there,
So
and
like
out by the nose of the
I said, but you
football,
also
he's going to
have
have a
a
first
And I
down.
was actually
And
just
that's the big fella's
first.
MO right there. Running
And
through
I talked to
tackles,
Jess
keeping the
for
sticks moving forward. This
like
defense,
10
if you don't
minutes.
bring
And she was
11
like, yeah,
guys
she's
to the
like,
ball to
Felix,
try and get him
the
on the
fact that you
ground,
came to the
he's going to
game,
keep making
like, we
runs
knew
like
you
that.
would
I feel
come
the press
through,
box
but it's
shaking
just like
every
you
time he
had every
touches the
right to
rock.
not come through. And I said, well, I said, it's different. I said, you guys know my wife, and you know what we operate with, you know.
They keep it
All
with
that
Barkley on
could be
first
different
down.
fitness is like,
And he'll power his way up near the 25.
Oh, no. It was
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up
well, I
second
told him,
and
I
5.
said, I told him, I told Jess, I said, Jess,
most offensive
I said,
coordinators are going to tell you if I'm going to run the football on first down,
I said,
I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5
said,
here. They've got to feel pretty good
I said,
about
but
that
when the
one.
money's fucked up and things have to be changed over, that's a problem.
Here's a give to
And I can't go on for that. And
He'll get it up to the 30.
I said, and she was like, but I also told her that the fact that you have that we all have a relationship
because
already
when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead,
I said, but the fact that my wife's involved shows you guys on my playing field.
Before they actually open,
So my wife ain't going
I
for
think that helps set
bullshit.
him apart from many of the other bats in the league.
A handoff to Monaco.
I said, in any circumstance, he's like,
To the 40 and no further. The
Jimmy
razzle-dazzle,
understands,
though,
Jess
got him a
understands,
couple
and
extra on the play.
Ashley understands.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll
I
leave
told
him
him
with a
that
second and
Snoop
3.
show is coming up April, I think 25th or 26th. I don't think we have a conference that weekend. Yeah, I told him that concert was automatically mine.
2 minutes
I
remain
said
here
no
in the
questions.
first
I
half.
said no questions. I said
We'll
if I
come
can't
back to
get that, then I need to
Indianapolis
quit
right
working
after
until
this.
right now. I said because it's not fair to have to deal with the extra shit.
On second down, here's Love. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted.
It's not fair to have to
Picked
sit back
up by
and have to deal with
Jalen
the extra
Ramsey,
bullshit.
and his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
Killing people's feelings. I said,
And that's a
Ashley
great
has to be
example
more
of ball
believer
skills
in
right there,
taking care of
partner.
stuff.
You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Yeah.
They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he'll get this up to about the 40. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to second and 4.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled them up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
On second down, here's Henry. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
That's a football play right there. That takes me back a little bit. Toss sweep to the right, get it to your back, get a lot of people out in front, control the line of scrimmage, wide receivers blocking downfield. It almost feels like half the crowd is in front of him, getting it down to the secondary. They have a tough time getting him down.
Now a handoff to Henry. And he's going to be met at about the 43. There to stop him was Darius Leonard.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Ohio! Ohio! Let's go!
He'll look to throw. That's into the hands of Westbrook over the middle. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Over the right side, caught by Moncrief. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Let's go! What? Nothing! What? Nothing!
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Completes it to Moncrief, left side. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half.
No, they had smashed before that.
No, they didn't. I mean, in their previous relationship, but when they got back together in April, he said, let's not have sex. Let's focus on just building our relationship.
He didn't say that.
Yes, he did.
He used to be lying.
So then the first time
This quarterback now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. Back to throw here. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. The intended target, the tight end, Austin Safarian-Jenkins. And that'll bring up 2nd down. So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. And Lambeau will put this one through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they're still down, but they are able to salvage 3 here heading into the lockers.
This is what you work on from the beginning of training camp. Heading into the half, put some points on the board. No matter what the score says at that point, you've accomplished what you set out to do.
The Colts offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Final play of the first half, barring a penalty, as they come up on 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. So we hit halftime here in Indy. And now due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the 2nd half. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. And now out comes Houston. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the 2nd half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works.
1 and 2.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And a nice little quick spin move before he's dropped. And a pretty good gain. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
Dad, what are you doing awake right now? Like, you've been awake, like, a lot.
Again to Henry. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. Only a gain of a yard there, but it indeed gets a new set of downs.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
Give him 4 yards there on the 1st down keeper.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
Let's go! Red 38! Red 38!
Now they'll run it on the toss. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. And that time the tackle by Malik Hooker.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
The offense on 3rd down, they've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3.
Here we go! Red 38! Red 38!
Now back to throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
We're into the second half now. This is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems
Stand up.
off.
Why you just put that on the ground like that? Mama just said, oh, baby.
Well, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3.
Here we go.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. That's a 4th down pickup of 10 yards, and an opportunity certainly missed on the defensive side.
Wait, what?
He had $6,000 in savings.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
Here we go. What? None. What? None.
Are you serious?
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on 1st down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
Even after you lift, you don't live in like one that you will now know to call and get some perspective before you just freaking go waste
What?
$6,000.
Ohio. Ohio.
That didn't happen before.
That's what he's saying.
Lies you tell me.
Derrick Henry. And an alley to run. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
So his duties.
A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10.
Get up out of there, JR.
They go play action here on 1st down. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked. But instead, they'll keep it on 2nd down.
Well, he did almost everything right. Excellent coverage, breaks on the football, just unable to haul it in and take it the other way. So he dropped an interception. The key for him now, don't dwell on it. Just move on to the next play.
Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Pierre Desir able to get a hand in and make that play.
You know they wanted, you know they expected. They needed him to be sharp coming out after the half. Unfortunately, he missed his first 3 throws. I wonder if he got out late and missed his warm-up time.
The whole team did come out a little bit later than usual. I don't know, maybe there's something to that.
Must have been a heck of a halftime speech.
Yeah, maybe just trying to rally the troops back from this deficit. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Malik Hooker. First possession in the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down.
And that run was what a lot of people call an explosive run. Gave them good yardage, solid yardage. They feel good about the whole thing, and they did it behind a 2 tight end set. It's always interesting to watch what offenses want to do with the 2 tight ends. Sometimes they line them up together for a power set. Sometimes they put one on each side of the line of scrimmage to balance things out. No matter what, though, when you see 2 tight ends on the field, your first thought is to think run. In this case, the offense was able to run successfully.
He was like, I gotta figure out what's coming. Not even freaking out that they were just $400 check. And then say, listen,
Easy, alert, alert.
but it doesn't really say what to do.
Play action, it's locked. Looking deep for Hilton. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. A.J. Bouye, the fine cornerback, there to make the play defensively.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
A check of the scoreboard there in the third in Baltimore. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Now you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here.
Right.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
For no reason. God, that no.
Lock. Pressure up the middle, and down he goes. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to have the offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you get 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
Excuse you. Mommy's not good enough for you to hold.
Mommy, you need to give my pipes.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they were hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Let's go.
Looking to throw. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Haloti Ngata able to get in there and drop him behind the line.
Do that now.
And this offense on third down today, they've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 8.
Like, how dumb are you? Like, why would you do that? It was.
Back to throw.
No.
He'll check this one off to Fournette. They're shoving his way inside the 35. Call it a gain of 10, and they pick up the first.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football.
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Back now in Indianapolis. As we've got the final quarter upon us, we get ready to start the 4th.
No.
Let's go. What? None. What? None.
Is he asking the thing turn for the
Flex round. Flex round. Ohio.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. The open man is Westbrook. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. And on third down, the Colts have added an extra defensive back.
Flooding the passing lanes.
Here we go. Try 38. Try 38.
the 29-yard line. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard.
This team doesn't mind running the ball in any situation, and I thought he was going to get the first down the way the play developed, but the defense closed in and stopped him just about a yard short.
1 score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Come on, let's go! Man 38! Man 38!
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he is going to be run down. What a disaster there. A huge loss.
Brandon, offensively, this has been a tough day for him. Trying to find a place to throw the football. It's been extremely difficult. I've got to give a lot of credit to the secondary, especially the corners that have the receivers on lockdown.
Luck and the Colts come up now 1st and 10 at their own 44. They begin with a run by Barkley. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. Well, that looked like an example of what you said back in the first half. A running back of his size can really wear down a defense. I think he's starting to do that.
I think you're exactly right. And know what else he's doing? He's inspiring the rest of his team because they see this starting to happen as well. So that means they're going to redouble their efforts to help him out. Extra blocking, getting downfield, helping him out.
Right back to him on 1st down. A strong running. And shedding his way forward. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short.
It has nothing to do with what someone's actual level of leadership. It has everything to do with the fact that if you're into them, really what you're starting to realize into them that you're really not in him, because if this was someone else and you were into them, or if you were into him, you wouldn't care that you had a fucking good watch.
This is Barkley. He's inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Finally, a first red zone opportunity for these guys. It's 1st and 10 at the 14. Running left, it's Barkley. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Tashawn Gibson there on the tackle. Able to stay in bounds, and the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold them up. Second, third guy in, break it the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
I asked him to let me know I have not won.
Oh, maybe she hit the He's going to give
the handoff, Barkley running left. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Saquon Barkley, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Colts are able to grow their lead.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness. You got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
Dante Moncrief now here on the return. Able to spin free. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And now out comes Houston. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because his confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. This quarterback now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. First and 10. 10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard. It'll be second down.
He has elite instincts in his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
They'll look to throw. Well, he's got it over the middle. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That goes for a gain of 31.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball is not streaking towards him. That little arc on it, he's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
Now a nice play defensively. First down as this is knocked away and incomplete. Here's second and 10 now from the 35.
Flex round! Flex round! Let's go! What? 90! What? 90!
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And a quick throw here that's complete. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. He lost 2 there, and it's third down. This offense so far on third down, 5 out of 9 thus far. This is third down and 12.
Come on, let's go! Brand 38! Brand 38!
He'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. It was Quincy Wilson that time, was able to make the play defensively.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him. They'll find him. Find him.
And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up first and 10. The pitch goes to Barkley, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter, in the zone, the ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
Now it's Barkley. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. And there will be a break in the action here. They're going to take a timeout as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. Try to run for it with Barkley. And he is going to lose yardage here. Now here's a whistle and a timeout. It's called by the receiving team here as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. They snap it to Locke. Forced out to his left. And avoids the contact by sliding. That one a backbreaker as they wind up converting there on 4th.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. Luck showing he can be dangerous when he tucks it and runs. He's able to pick up the first down.
How about that scramble by Andrew Luck? Sometimes we forget just how big, strong, and yes, fast Andrew Luck is. When he came out of college at the Combine, shocked everyone, ran a sub-4 840.
And he grew up a big soccer guy over in Europe, so he knows how to use his feet.
That he does, and I think it has helped his legs along the way as well.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Throwing now, Luck. Throw left side complete. It's George. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1. Here's Luck now on 2nd down. Complete to Hilton. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. It's a gain of 6, and that ought to just about do it.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. Luck now to throw. Now a hit, and Luck lost the football. It's out.
Well, that's one of those mistakes. That's a fumble that when they get to the sidelines, I know you're mad, Coach, but look, we've still got this locked down, but that's not necessarily true, is it?
Well, their hopes are slim, but you just hate to give them any hope. You could have sealed it right there.
Yeah, could have finished them off and taken away all hope, as we like to say.
They'll toss it to Henry. And an alley to run. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled.
That's a lot of beef thundering downfield off of the toss play, and it takes me back to when I was a kid and watching USC play. Remember the old toss that they ran? They used to call student body right or student body left because everyone was out in front of the ball carrier. In fact, one of their favorite plays, it was called Rose Stem Right